Hello guys, so in this video we are going to see how to make Beijing airport in Rhino. Yeah, the building was designed by Zaha Hadid. So it's a parametrical shape. It's a clover shaped structure. So let's see how to make it in Rhino. So I'm just using a polygon. So with the center of 0, comma 0 and the end radius as a random radius. So a polygon with six side figure, okay, because we need a six-sided figure. So I'm using line and drawing a diagonal lines to the inside the polygon. So now I'm using offset command. Now I'm just offsetting this line. I'm just offsetting this line with changing the distance. So you can change the distance of the offset by clicking D, and using trim command I'm trimming this lines, so which I don't need, and I'm also trimming these lines. So now I got it. So I'm using line command. I'm drawing a line like this, and I'm using line command again, and I'm drawing a line below like this. So it's just a wireframe. I'm just creating the wireframe. I'm trimming the top edge because I want the center to be a spacious thing. So I'm just trimming the top. If it's been a sharp, it we won't get the that the center space. So the center is not covered, so only I'm just trimming it. So you can see in this image, yeah, so only I'm just showing for a reference. Okay, so now I'm going to use line command. So I'm just connecting these points. I'm just drawing a line between these points. So I'm just drawing a perpendicular line. So I'm just creating a wireframe, so which I need to make the model. So if you are a regular viewer of my channel, you would have know that I used to work always the wireframe first, then I'll go deep inside the model. Okay, so now I'm using sub D. So I'm just clicking the sub D tab. So here the sub D plays a major important role. If you didn't have sub D, you should. And the important thing is sub D option is available only in Rhino 7. So please update to Rhino 7. And if you don't see sub D in Rhino 7, just right click on the toolbar and check in this in show toolbar. You can select the sub D options. Okay, so only I'm just showing it in this, so you could have a reference. So I'm using single subd face. That's the first command which we are going to use. It's a basic of the subd. So it's create a surface of a subdivisional surface. So I'm just giving an example, so like this. So it gives you a surface, a flat surface. So I'm just drawing this triangular surface. So just imagine if this triangular surface is a flattened one. Just imagine if it became a smoothened one. So this will be the look if the triangle gets smoothened. So this is the smoothest form. So the sub D helps us to smooth a edge or else any surface to its maximum level. So that plays an important role in modeling. Edges are like modeling minute and the curvature edges, right? So I'm just using this toggle, sub D toggle. You can go into options on keyboard where you can set the shortcut key for the subd toggle. Not only for this, you can customize every function, every shortcut as you wish. You can change the function keys attributes according to your wish. I customize to little bit according to my comfort. Okay, so I'm using single surface, I mean single subd face, and I'm drawing the triangle, every triangle element. Well, this is a four-sided element, except this, but I'm also drawing that with the single subd face. Okay, so I have drawn this. So I'm just changing the toggle. So when I change this, this is the smoothest. This is the smoothest surface. So subd is like it makes the surface smooth, and this is the view of the smoothest. So when I join these two, you can wonder, it's like the line is not joined. The shape before unjoin and join is literally irrelevant, but it is the smoothest form of the joint and flattened surface. So it's just so only I'm just joining one by one so that you can understand the concept. So this model is just for the concept of sub-D, just to explain what is sub-D. So next video you will get a tutorial on sub-D basics. So at first the concept of sub-D will be confusing, but when you get used to it, you will definitely like to use sub-D as much as you can. So I'm just so for this flattened surface, this is the smoothest one you can get. So like that it works. So we got this surface which I need, and I'm using gumball and making a copy of it. So I made a copy. So 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 I'm using point show point command, that is left on. You can use the shortcut also. So I'm using selecting the 2 points and moving to a distance of 5 meter, and line the point is not selecting. Why? Hmm. Okay. So I'm just clicking the surface and I'm just selecting the points and moving the points another 5 meter on the opposite direction. So the model is it's a kind of symmetrical. So you can select a surface of sub D by pressing shift and control at the same time. You can select the edge also by this command. So when you press shift and L, and you can when you move the edge, the model will also change because you are not moving the edge, so it is connected to the model. So I am pressing shift and control and selecting the surface, and I'm just dragging it up so that I get the shape which I need. With the help of gumball, I'm just dragging, and now I'm selecting the outer edge of the model. So now I'm using a gumball, that is that blue color ball, so which make you an extrusion of the line which we selected. Okay, so we did the extrusion. So now I'm just changing the toggle, so you got the view. So I'm just checking the view. It's like whether it's coming as I wish or it's not. So I'm just cross verifying it. Okay, I'm just drawing a line. Now I'm using polar. So yeah, well, don't think that this is the final model. We have to work a lot in it. This is just a skeleton. Okay, so I'm just checking whether the skeleton is fine with the proportion when it combines to all the six. So this is fine. So I'm just selecting this edge and I'm just moving to a meter, that is on meter. So yeah, so um, I'm going to do I'm just checking whether it's fine or not. Yeah, I'm just moving it to another meter in the z-axis, and I'm going to do this for the opposite side because the model is symmetry. So whatever you do on the one side, you have to do on the other side because you need a symmetrical model. So I just did. So I'm just pressing shift plus control. I'm just saying it again and again because you don't it is a useful command. So when you want to select the edge like this, so I'm just moving it again for a 1 meter. I'm just selecting the edge and moving it for another 1 meter. So it's a useful command. So I'm just checking. This is fine, not bad. So I'm just turning on the control points, and I'm just dragging this control point a little bit front, that is 5 meter, uh, and I'm a little bit moving this side. So it's like it depends. Okay, I'm just teaching you this model. It's not I'm not teaching the steps. I'm just trying to teach the command with help of this model. Okay, so I'm just using polar array. So I'm going to make polar array. So polar array is kind of array which gives you a it's a kind of a circular array. It creates a multiple number of copies in the circular form. So in this, when you see the four sided is fine, but the center is not like this. So we need to edit the center part. So this is fine. So now we need to create a surface, that is we need to join this. So I just draw a line. So when I go inside, these two edges are being joined, but I need a gap in this. So I'm just using Control Z for undo, and I am just re-editing the parent. That is, I'm just pressing Control Alt and just moving a 1 meter gap, and again I'm doing this and 1 meter on the opposite side, a meter. So I'm just selecting this and using polar array again. So polar array, it's a useful command. It gives you a number of copies without an angle interruption. So I'm just drawing a line for reference purpose. So the line has been drawn, and I'm going to draw a line again here. So the line has been drawn. So now I'm going to use single subdeface. That's the first primary command which use. I'm trying to make this model with the same command because I don't want to go deep in subd. I'm just giving a introduction on subd with this model. Okay. So I just creating a face with the subdeface with this. So I'm just making into two parts because it is an inclination. There is an inclination here, so I'm just making it into two parts. And now I'm just joining all joining. So the subd is being joined. So now I'm just turning the toggle. So you can see the inclination. So only I made it into two part of surface. So I didn't go with a single stretch of making the subd single face. So I just made two subd single face. So it's done. Okay, so I'm just selecting it and I'm using polar array to get it on all sides because I need to join this. All the sides should be joined with. So I'm just selecting all the surface which I need to join. So then only it will give you a continuity which I need. So I'm just using Control J. That is the shortcut for join. Even for everything, it's like not only for subd. It's a common command for line surface. Okay, in Rhino. So I'm just deleting this. I'm just hiding this because I want to re-edit this. So I'm just changing the toggle. So the first four part, that is the top part, is fine. Now I need to edit the front part. So this is fine. This is the one which I need. Okay. So now I need to edit the front. So I'm just unhiding the part which I hided. So I'm just turning the toggle. So now I'm using a line and drawing a perpendicular to this perpendicular with the help of snap. So you should turn on the snap, then only you will get snap. If you don't know where is snap, you can see below of the window, you can see snap, and I draw a line perpendicular to that. And now I'm using shift control and I am just selecting these three surfaces and deleting it, and now using surface single subd surface and creating a surface like this. So it has been done. So I'm just joining it. So it has been joined. So now I need to edit according to which I need. So I'm just turning on the control point of the subd. So we can use the control points to edit your model. So I'm just editing it according to which I need. So yeah. So I'm just raising this. Yeah. So I'm just using shift control alt and I'm just selecting the edge and deleting the edge. Okay, this is fine. Okay. I need this line to be straight, so I'm just dragging the point a little bit inward. So this is fine. Yeah. So I'm just using line and tracing this tail. This is a kind of a tail structure. So I'm just tracing it with the help of the lines to get every edge. So I'm just using shift control alt and clicking the surface and deleting the surface, and now using selecting the edge, and I'm just moving it little bit the side with the help of gumball. Gumball is nothing but the tricolor one, which is said to be the gumball. So I'm just moving the upper part also. So now I'm using sub D single face and creating the face, which will create you another element so that you can edit it without any disturbance. So after you create it, just use Ctrl J to join and use scale 1D to stretch it further in a single axis. I need the tail to be elongated. So now I'm drawing a line. So now I'm just turning the control points on. I'm just moving the control points. So I'm just drawing a line. So because I need a perpendicular line, so only I just change the tab by double clicking the tab name. So I'm just change the viewport to top so that I could draw a correct 2D line in a correct manner. So I got the line. So now I don't want to draw. I just make a copy of this line and place it there. So this is fine. I'm using line command, then going into vertical line option and checking the midpoint, and with the reference I'm just drawing this line. Yeah, so I'm using single subdy surface and creating a surface like this. I want to show you guys, like, with one command you can complete the entire model, because I'm just using single subd surface from the subd tab. I'm not using any other command from the subd tab. So subd is so useful, you can see. So I want to complete this entire model with just using this command. That's my motive. So only I'm just using this command again and again. There are many other multiple options is also available here. Okay, I'm just selecting every surface which I create, and I'm going to join it. So it has been joined. So I'm just dragging this point little bit down. So I'm just yeah, this is fine. And this one a little bit inside. Yeah, not bad. Okay, this is fine. So I'm just editing it up so that it will give a replica of the model which I need. That is, it will give, it's like it will give, I want a replica. So only I'm just editing, and I'm so concerned about certain things. So I'm just checking. This is fine. Yeah. So I'm just using scale factor again. That is the scale 1D command, which allows you to scale only in single axis. I'm just moving it a little bit further like this in this direction. Okay. So this is fine. I'm using mirror command. So I just selected the top, the facade and the tail also. Now I'm using a line. There is single subd face to close this. It will make you a join. So I'm using Control J. So just see. So you can see the smooth finish. So not bad. So I need, see, you can see here it has not been joined. So I have to rework on this part also. So I'm just turning into that part, and I'm creating a surface which I did before, the same procedure. I'm using single subd surface. So So the surface has been created, so I'm just selecting the surface. I'm just selecting the faces which I create, and I'm going to join it, so it will give you a continued flow of smoothness. So I'm just joining every surface which I created with the other. So the shortcut is which I am using to join is Control J, or else you can type join sub D or sub D join. So you will get the command. So I'm just changing the view. Not bad. So this is fine, and I need the center one also to be connected, and it should also give a flow of the roof. So I'm going to use the same command again, that is sub D, single sub D face. So Control J to join. So after you join, you can change the view. So the model is done. Say your comments below about this model and the video, and subscribe our channel. If you want the file, working file, I can provide, but if you want, just ask in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.